Well, here we are, the final chapter in the life of William Borden, chapter 24. And welcome to the first weekend of April. Well, let's take a listen and then give us suggestions if you have a favorite great Christians, stories of great Christians that you wish to hear from, and we'll try to accommodate that. Here we go. Chapter 24.
What does Dr. Flamer look like, Mother?
I don't remember, dear. I'm sorry.
Mrs. Borden?
Yes, Dr. Zwaymer?
Oh, I'm glad I found you so quickly.
William, how is he?
I left Cairo yesterday to meet this ship. At that time, it was amazing all the hospital staff by still being alive. As a matter of fact, he even seemed to be improving.
He's still alive.
How long will it take us to reach Cairo from here?
Oh, the trip's only a matter of a few hours. We can leave immediately.
Please.
Oh, take heart, Mrs. Borden. God has always been with William, and he shall continue to be. And as I said yesterday, he was improved.
We greet our friends everywhere with Chapter 24 of This One Thing I Do, the story of William Borden. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and comes to you from the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.
Can't the train go any faster?
Well, I'm afraid that in this part of the world, the people aren't given to hurry, Miss Borden. It's too hot most of the time.
I can't understand it. Not in one of William's letters did he even hint that he was suffering from poor health.
Well, that's probably because it wasn't. If William had been in bad health, Mrs. Borden, he'd have died within the first few days. It's his extremely good shape that's allowing him to hold on as he is.
My poor boy. My poor boy. How could this be? How could God allow such a thing?
That's a question on everyone's lips, Mrs. Borden. We've had cables and messages from all over Europe, and yes, even from the United States. Dr. Erdmann has called William's illness the strangest, most mysterious working of divine providence he has ever experienced.
Does everyone expect William to die then?
No one says exactly. Many prayer groups have been formed on both continents, vowing continual prayer until his recovery is certain. But the doctors give little hope.
The kindness of our friend is warming.
I wish we could hurry this train. I'm tired of looking at all this old sand.
We'll soon be stopping at Ismailia. Our friends in Cairo know the route of the train and will telegram any and all information to us there. There, see? The sand is beginning to show dark patches. We're entering the area where the Nile deposits her fertile soil every year. This is Goshen.
You mean where Moses was?
The very same, thousands of years ago.
This is really the place.
Is William in a great deal of suffering?
On and off. Fortunately, he's asleep most of the time.
My poor boy. My poor little boy.
Poor mother. There, lad. Your mother is on her way here.
So much to be done. Dear God,
Let me shift this cold cloth a bit.
not my will, but thine be done. Father, in heaven, I am yours, Father. I still am yours, to do what thou pleaseth. I must not be dissatisfied. I must not be dissatisfied.
What's that? Oh, sure, poor boy is delirious again.
The crowd says be Christ. But maybe not. With my work. If you have other work, the work I have planned for you, my God, I am ready. But help these poor Moslems. Help them. Help them.
Poor lad. He hasn't got long now.
Stayed upon Jehovah, hearts are fully blessed, finding as he promised, perfect peace and rest.
The train is slowing down.
Yes, I'm afraid there are quite a few stops between here and Cairo. We're past the worst of the desert.
Can you tell whether this train is making decent time or not, Doctor?
I believe so, Mrs. Borden. We should be arriving in Cairo sometime afternoon.
Oh, so long.
Well, this is the fastest way possible.
Oh, if only we could fly like birds.
But of course, that's impossible.
How long will we be stopping here, do you know?
Fortunately, not very long. I think sometimes all these stops are for no other purpose than to convince the passengers of the size of the rail company. No one ever seems to get off or on. They just mill about on the platform and exchange greetings with...
Dr. Samuel Swainer in this car?
Yes, over here. I'm Samuel Swainer. I wonder what this could be.
This arrived a few minutes ago for you, Dr. Swainer.
Oh, a wire?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you. It's from Cairo. Strange that they should wire me here.
Read it, please.
Mother.
You needn't say anything, Dr. Swainer. I can see by your face. William's gone.
Yes, William is gone.
That's his mother. She just arrived.
I'm sorry to have to seem to rush things so, Mrs. Borden, but the nature of this case simply demands it.
I understand, Doctor.
His was a highly contagious disease. He must be buried this very day.
May I see him?
If you wish. His appearance may be a bit altered from that which you remember, however.
I know, but I would like to see him if I may.
Very well, but only at a distance. Please do not go near the bed, for your own health's sake. He's in this room. You can enter directly from outside.
Oh,
Mother, look.
Joyce, I didn't know you came in too.
Do you see how he looks? Like all the pictures of Christ. The crucified Christ.
His life and his suffering have completed the image.
William Borden went to serve in his final field in April of 1913 at the age of 25. In his short years, he had encouraged, begun, and participated in more Christian enterprises than many 3 times his age. And even in death, he excelled in the service of God. His will can only be called an extraordinary document, leaving almost $1 million divided among various Christian enterprises. The China Inland Mission, National Bible Institute of New York, Moody Bible Institute, Moody Church, Princeton Theological Seminary, Africa Inland Mission. All these and more appeared in the pages of his will. The average man says, well, sure, he had it to give. William Borden did have it to give, and he gave it all. His money, his love, his energy, his life in the service of the king. It has been said that William Borden's early death was a waste, a terrible tragedy. Dr. Walter Erdman, the friend William had toured the world with, writing from his mission in Korea soon after William's passing, said,
I have been thinking more and more since the news came that the length of time God permits us to stay here is not related to a certain amount of work he wants us to do, so much as to a certain closeness of relationship to himself he wants us to attain. Some of us who are less useful, perhaps, are allowed to live longer, that we may learn more and be perfected in understanding. And as for the mystery of the interruption of such work as his was and promised increasingly to be, well, there is no explanation now. I like to think that it is not interrupted, but that as he desired to serve, so he will be permitted to serve, only with higher powers.
Memorial services were held for William Borden in many cities and missions all over the world. The impact of his death echoed through Christendom. Although he would have been embarrassed and possibly even upset at the tributes had he seen and heard them, believing that Christ alone must be glorified, he might have been gratified by one remembrance. A sketch of Borden's life, intended especially for Muslim readers, was prepared in English and in Arabic, and later translated into Persian, Hindustani, Dutch, and Chinese.
As the first Chinese booklet published for free distribution among Mohammedans in China, this story of Borden's life marks a distinct advance in bringing the gospel to these neglected millions. Requests for the book have come from practically all the districts where missionaries are in contact with Islam, and some even from Mohammedans themselves who have heard of the memorial.
During his earthly life and since, the life of William Borden has shown to many the possibility of living a Christ-centered existence. Many more chapters could be devoted to quotes, testimonies, help that his life has extended even today. In a memorial service, William's close friend and co-laborer, Dr. Samuel Zwemer, read from John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress on the death of Valiant for truth. The words were more than relevant.
My sword I give to him that shall succeed me in my pilgrimage, and my courage and strength to him that can get it. But my marks and scars I carry with me, to be a witness for me that I have fought his battles, who will now be my rewarder. So he passed over, and all the trumpets sounded for him on the other side.
And so we conclude this One Thing I Do, the story of William Borden. This was another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and came to you from the Moody Bible Institute of Chicago. This One Thing I Do was written by Jim Grant and directed by Lou Knowlton. Walter Carlson portrayed William Borden. Ted Seeley and Louise Keeley took the parts of his parents. Others in the cast were Bill Pierce, Myron Kennedy, Rex Brenner, Sandy Rausch, Kay Horn, Rita Stobie, and Mildred Hollensteiner. Sound effects by Ray Sheehy and Wendell Boyd. This is Paul Schumacher speaking.
quite a story. And interesting that because he was a healthy young man, he was able to fight the disease as long as he did, which in our time might not be a long time, but if you're not in good shape, your temple's messed up, you're going to go pretty quickly. On the other hand, it was very interesting what one of the friends afterwards said, how often this is not preached, how we think burning out for God, and which isn't a bad thing, but yeah, within balance, within relativity, you need to think about, we think if we're busy, busy, busy for God, does that draw us closer? See, sometimes we think our homework's all done, and God takes us home. I've often thought that. But this friend of his made me think twice, and I hope it makes you think twice, that perhaps when God calls you home is a lot like Enoch. The closer you walk with God, the shorter time you are here on this earth, you're with God. It's our desire to be with God every day. But yet if we're slow and we're getting old, maybe God has a lot more lessons for us to learn. Instead of us running and doing homework, maybe we should be spending a lot more time with God. Something to think about. Leave a comment. And I hope this series has blessed you, and I hope you continue to tune in as we have more for you in the days ahead, should the Lord will and the Lord tarry. Thanks for joining us. And even if you are on the other side of the rapture, should we be the ones raptured and some staying behind, I hope these videos and lessons are something good for you. May the Lord bless you. May you grow. May you find Christ in times, horrible times. I can't imagine what that would be like after the rapture, the time of the tribulation. But should that be you, give your heart and life to Christ. It's far better than bowing the knee to the Antichrist. Have a good night. God bless.